The military grave marker for Alexander Cherry has been part of the JHSSA cemetery file for many years, but nothing was known about him. He isn't included in Canadian Jews in World War II, a generally trustworthy resource for casualty information, so it was a surprise to find his name in the Canadian Virtual War Memorial, a registry of veterans who died while in active service. Since World War II casualties weren't repatriated for burial, the possibilities were that Cherry had either been injured overseas and was subsequently sent home where he succumbed, or that he hadn't served overseas and was killed in some incident in Canada. The Virtual War Memorial provided no details, and it wasn't until we were able to access his Library and Archives Canada records that we learned his story. Alexander Cherry was born in Cherson, Russia in 1898, one of 4 children of Israel and Fanny Churasovsky. The family settled in Winnipeg, and Alexander graduated from University of Manitoba in 1924. He married Shirley in 1925 and practiced in Manitoba for a year before coming to Foremost, Alberta, southwest of Medicine Hat, where their first son was born in 1927. The family moved to Lethbridge in 1931, and Dr. Cherry established his practice, continuing to support his parents in Winnipeg. A second son was born in 1940. When Dr. Cherry enlisted in February 1941, his initial medical examination noted no abnormalities beyond flat feet. He arrived in England in early July, and his records indicate an uneventful service, with a short sick leave in February 1943. He returned to Canada in April 1944 and was attached to Internment Camp 133 near Lethbridge, where he served, again uneventfully, until the end of January 1945. He was admitted to Colonel Belcher Hospital in Calgary in March of that year, having become unfit for service under existing medical standards. He was struck off strength in May 1945. Dr. Cherry's records include a copy of his last will and testament, dated April 1945. The last point in the document, which includes details of the educational trust funds he set up for his sons, reads as follows: "I trust my wife and sons will live in harmony amongst themselves and with the world. I particularly instruct my sons to fear God, be honest, and strive to be good citizens. May God's blessing be upon you all." Captain Alexander Cherry died of stomach cancer August 4, 1945, and was buried in the soldiers' plot of the Hebrew Cemetery in Lethbridge. Obituaries were published in the Canadian Medical Association Journal and in the Lethbridge Herald, which noted that Rabbi Smolensky traveled down from Calgary to officiate at his service, which was overseen by the Masonic Lodge. The casket was draped in the Union Jack. 3 volleys were fired. The last post and reveille were sounded by buglers. His burial site includes a second, smaller stone engraved, "Father." He was 47.